Hello, everyone, and welcome to another adventure in Touchstone with this guy, the DM, the GM guy. We also have joining us Tinkle, Rox, Aiden, Ragnar, Escanor, and Yalek, even though you can't see him right now on the stream. We're all going to chill, have a blast, hopefully, and I will warn everybody, this is going to be a tough one, so try not to get too upset. So when we last left off, you guys had not only disrupted the ritual of Moonsfall, which had just been just winding up, just getting started. You actually destroyed it. You killed their sacrifice, a goblin that you recognized, and who is now unfortunately deceased, although he did thank you for it in his own way. And you killed the leader of the town by using a reality-altering wish. It changed one word in history, and that is that their immortality was false, immediately aging everyone who had undergone the ritual to make themselves immortal, and killing off a lot of people. Now, when the next day dawns, you folks having... and I'll sit now, Escanor, yes, you did get the ears off the goblin, because you're a jerkface, and even though he was a good goblin, you decided to rip off his ears. Well, cut them off, I should say. But as the next day dawns, Moonfall is 24 hours away. You have a very little idea as to what's going to be happening next, but you do see in the sky, having already awoken that day, obviously, the moon is so much closer than it was before, and in fact, it moves at a pace that you can literally see above you.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start this day bright and early with a powwow.
Okay. So as you guys gather at the Squatter's Inn for potentially your last meal, you do know there's no one else in the inn. No travelers actually came out for breakfast. Most of them seem to stay in the room. They feel something that you now feel as well. Having been here long enough, you began to feel this feeling a little while ago, but couldn't identify it until now. There's a sense of deep, dark dread. You can feel kind of making your stomach churn at the thought of even eating anything this morning.
You guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just going to quickly switch to my computer here. My
Yep.
Discord just started up.
Yep.
Be right back.
So are we, like, fully rested then?
Yes, you're fully rested, fully healed.
Sweet. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay. So, like, obviously pretty well, a lot of the noble people are gonzo.
Based on people walking around and moving around today, there's not much panic, actually.
That's interesting.
All the buildings, when we returned to the Squatter's Inn, did we pass any of the buildings that were invisible? And are they visible now?
Yes, you would have passed a few of them, but no, they weren't visible.
Okay.
So we have a couple options. I believe we're all just inside the Squatter's Inn.
Yes, at the moment you are.
Okay. Yeah. We have a couple options. We can go see if Archbishop Guy is still alive. He's probably
I
not.
thought we killed him.
No, you killed Euclid Wycliffe.
Yeah, we killed Euclid.
Oh. Okay.
Archbishop Guy is probably dead too, but in that place there's probably some fucking good shit to get a hold of.
Yes. That.
The other thing is we could probably go talk to that mage fellow, because he might know something about what's going on.
If he's returned, because he did blast a hole in the side of his tower and flew away.
Yeah, but it's still his tower.
True.
At
But
very
they're all
least,
There
There
could be
is-
some things in there as well that are useful.
Yes, and at very least, there could also isn't there a library in the base of it, or is it another building?
There is a library in the base of the tower, which I believe you heard a bit, but were never granted access to. And then there's the Great Library in town here.
Okay, we should probably check that out to see if there's any info on how to slay this motherfucker that's coming down.
Is it one? I thought it was a horde.
I thought it was one big fucking guy. At least from my understanding, it was like an elder god type thing.
I thought it was just elder horrors.
Well,
Just-
these are all very good questions to have answered.
Looking at my character sheet, can I recall what he said before we got into the fight a week ago,
Yes, he
which
asked.
was 12 hours ago?
He told you, under no uncertain terms, that you would fight the hordes for him.
Oh, the hordes.
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. Well, there might be some good shit that we need or can use. There might also be help that we can get, especially from
Yeah.
that dragon motherfucker,
If he's returned.
if he's returned.
I guess.
If we do go there, I'm not heading there.
Why not?
It would probably be best if Yolik didn't go either. Well, because he's the one that put the thing in there, and he kind of just destroyed my mind just to find out information. I don't think he's too impressed with me either.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know if he would
At least
actually
that's
care.
the impression I got.
I think he was more concerned about the Emerald Clockwork
Just at the moment.
Beast than piss ants like us.
I think he would be. I think he would be more concerned about the destruction of the world.
Potentially. Or the destruction of his tower, which is probably also his possessions in there, which some of them are probably quite valuable or sentimental.
Does anybody have any kind of special crazy abilities that the rest of us don't know about? That might come in handy for preventing total annihilation?
No,
I
not
certainly don't.
myself.
Can't say that I do.
Singles power one out.
Bummer. I have one question that I can ask and get an answer to. That's about all I have.
I mean, that could be useful.
I mean, if we're gonna die anyway, you may as well ask if there's any way we can win this.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna die, but I don't necessarily want to fight hordes and nothing's near close enough to actually get assistance. You know what I mean? We would need a fair amount of wizards or a fair amount of clerics to deal with eldritch horrors, hordes.
You just kill all of the most powerful ones.
Yeah, but even enough little ones can kill slowly.
It's not guaranteed that the small ones would just run away if we kill the big ones.
They could be mindless.
Wonder if
I
I
mean-
can ask if there's any way to prevent Moonsfall from happening.
At this point, one of the men comes down from his room. You can see he's clutching his stomach oddly. And as he sees the group of you, his eyes kind of take a glaze and he looks at you and says, I don't feel that. And as he vomits out a swarm of spiders that crawl down his face, you can see his eyes grow wide with fear and then begin pouring out of his nostrils and his ears. And just little spiders seem to skitter all the way across the inn, underneath your table, underneath your feet, crawling and trying to get at you. Tiny little spiders, each pitch black with a singular red hourglass on its abdomen.
Oh no, that's not happening. I'm going to dodge
like
the
spiders.
I'm gonna stomp the shit out of them.
Okay. The never-ending stream of spiders goes on for 5, 6, 10 seconds, 20, and then it stops. The spiders not having actually sought you as a target to eat or to bite, but instead they fled all across, all of them leaving through windows and doors, through little cracks that shouldn't fit them at all, but they do squeeze in there. The few that you do manage to crush beneath your boot heels or arms or weapons quickly evaporate like a mist, and you hear a thump as the body, now completely empty of any internal organs, falls to the ground, a loose, pale skin, bloodless.
Can y'all not step on my fucking spiders, please? Thank you. Jeez, some people are so rude.
your spiders.
Your spiders are nice,
These are
dude.
your
Leave 'em
spiders?
alone.
No, spiders are not nice.
Spiders are friends, dude.
They're reincarnated wizards.
Don't give a shit. They're spiders, man. They're the bee's knees.
Okay,
Well,
well, not when they're trying to
let's
eat
go
your
see
insides,
if-
so
They weren't trying to eat my insides, dude. It's just that guy's fault. He pissed off the spider
Maybe we can
gods.
get a guard to deal with the body that's there, which was completely horrific. And we can quickly go to the Archbishop and see if he's alive. And if not,
The owner of the bar at this point comes over. He has a shovel in hand, a heavy-duty, like, metal shovel. Looks disgusted and slowly begins pushing the skin towards the door. Once he makes it out there, he just throws down a bunch of oil and strikes it so it lights on fire. Kind of dusts its hands off and... Well, that's the first... Sorry. Well, that's the first I've seen that happen, now ain't it? That was not a good time.
That was disturbing to
yeah.
watch.
As he's
You
dusting his
see-
hands, you can actually see bits and pieces of dust flaking off still. He's watching them, and then he looks at you in horror as he continues brushing his hands, and he stops, and his skin and flesh begin to peel away in dust before your very eyes, little clouds. As he watches it climb up towards his wrists, he panics and he tries to shout. You can see his tongue disintegrating from the inside as well. All of his flesh just mummifying instantaneously, turning to dust and flaking away. It takes less than 5 seconds from the time he was dusting his hands to a completely clean skeleton devoid of organs or blood. Just seems to stand there, horrified at its own digits. Not moving, not
Was
collapsing.
it the owner?
Nobody touched that body.
Was this the owner of the bar?
It was.
Okay, so good news, guys. I think we can safely say we own this now.
We own a bar.
So we.
if only Bryn was
Yeah,
here.
no.
Good job.
Okay.
What?
It's ours by proxy.
I'm going to assume that when we leave here, we are not coming back. So, if at any point, I think that we should use whatever I found, now is the time. Does anybody want to don that glass plate mail?
Roll a fortitude, or the Constitution save, please, Rox.
We ain't even gonna be
Constitution
able to
save.
wear the armor before we all die, boys.
As you say
Okay.
glass, you feel something crack in the back of your mind, or maybe the back of your head. As you reach back, you can feel, and you kind of pull it away, you can feel bits and shards of glass in your fur, and everyone else sees you pull a tuft of your fur out, and it crumples into little glass shards that you drop on the ground.
There's a lot of weird shit going on. Let's go.
Should probably get out of the city.
How about we go check out the Archbishop first? Because I don't think it's just going to stop at the city.
I could stop talking and do a thumbs up.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, off to the Archbishop.
So as you guys step outside, you notice overhead it's 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and already the moon is 6 or 7 times the size it should be, and it's slowly hovering to a position overhead the city itself. You've experienced a Moonsfall before, and yeah, the moon gets closer, but not like this. It's too big. And then you can see the faintest tip of the moon begin to dye itself red. But the red doesn't move like it would during an eclipse. Instead, it seems to be filling up like some sort of liquid red across the shadow of the moon. It's thick and viscous like blood.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm really enjoying this atmosphere. It's kind of soothing, don't you think?
I just shake my head.
I will give you inspiration that did make me giggle a little.
Nice.
I am walking to the Archbishop.
Okay, you begin walking to the Archbishop, then you hear a sudden scream, a cry, and you take a look down one of the alleyways where you hear it from. There's a thick black tentacle, probably 3-4 inches across, that's grabbed somebody and is currently beating them off of the stone. The screaming stops abruptly, and the tendril slowly draws the body into the shadows with it. Before you can even react, all you're left with is a bloody, brainy smear.
I move with a hurried pace.
Yep, I
Wait,
dash.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically speaking, was that illegal?
I mean, you're not sure about the legalities of tentacle monsters assaulting innocent people.
But
You
murder
don't know.
definitely
Murder
If it
is,
didn't
but
break the if it didn't break the law, guess what? It's not my fucking problem.
it's fair.
I'm gonna just mosey down. Like my character's legit loving this.
Your
I'm
character's
just gonna
fucked.
dash.
You begin moving faster at a quicker pace, and you can see already as you get to the cathedral, now you can see the shimmering coming from a far distance. A faint errant strand of what looks to be sunlight peeks over one of the walls a little too soon, striking that illusory barrier and shattering it. Much like the glass shards of your fur falling to the ground, the illusory barrier becomes a solid, tangible thing that collapses under its own weight, striking the ground like so much stained glass. That light continues to bore on through, and it melts the portions of the cathedral that it touches before it quickly just stops, leaving a deep
the light or
scorch
the
mark on the
cathedral?
ground. Oh, the light. The light just stops.
light.
Can I go inside?
Yeah. As you approach, you feel nothing stopping you. You can see it clearly now. No faint, distant buzz of arcane energy surrounding it. As you step inside, you can see a frail, old man. Very similar, in fact, exactly the same as the old man who was there before, sitting in his chair looking up at you. The ancient now, maybe a little older, Archbishop looks at you and says, "Well, I believe you've fucked up my city enough for one lifetime."
Well,
He wants to leave, or
never too late, my friend. What's the next step?
Well, the next step is to pray that some miracle happens. That either the wizard returns or... I couldn't tell you what else. The vast bulk of my people died last night. I don't suppose you would know why.
Not the foggiest of clues. But
hold on, Aiden. Didn't you change the immortality thing?
You don't know that.
Did I not hear him say it? Was I not standing right beside him?
He wasn't talking out loud.
I wasn't speaking to you when
Yeah.
I said that. I was speaking to fucking plane of existence.
Gotcha. Then yeah, I have no idea what happened. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like, yo, dude turned to dust or some shit. It was wild.
Yeah, I haven't the foggiest idea. However, I do know that there's some crazy shit happening now, and we need to fix it. Much like what normally happens in this city. We need to fix shit. So, what's the next step?
Well, if I had my hundreds of apprentices, I would select my best 5 to go to the corners of this place, summon elementals, and bind a massive shield to protect us from the eldritch influences that are currently killing a lot of people.
Oh, hey, how many people are here? I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome.
And how many of you can wield arcane energies?
I raise my hand.
I also raised my hand.
I'm gonna look away.
I don't think I can.
Well, I mean, technically not. It's divine. You and me are divine, but same diff.
I raise my hand also, and then I go, oh shit, never mind.
And I
Alright.
point at the gnome.
I see. Although it turns my stomach to ask for your help, I may be forced to. And he takes a moment, he considers, and he pulls out 5 gems. 1 corresponding to each of the primal elemental forces, and 1 a brilliant diamond. He takes the diamond for himself and puts it in his robes. Well, each pick your particular variety.
I'm going to take the blackest or greenest one.
Okay, you grab the emerald. There's a ruby,
So
an
there would
emerald,
be green, red, blue.
and a topaz, yellow.
You know, there's only 4 of us that can actually use, like, holy magic, right?
Well, this is arcane, so
Or-
well,
or
we're
arcane.
assuming it's arcane. And I think me and Tinkle are really the only arcane casters. And I'm not even really arcane. But I think I'm treated as arcane.
You are.
You
yeah.
are arcane.
Mm-hmm.
There's really only arcane or divine.
No, there's also.
Well,
Psionic, but
well, it's funny because I gain my spells from a patron, like you gain your spells from a god. So
Yeah,
that's why I was like,
my
Unless you
spells
are.
don't come from a god.
Yeah, they come from your own convictions, but and an angel technically, but fallen angel. But either way, he motions you, Emerald, northeast, outside the northeast gate.
Easy.
I guess I'll take the topaz.
You, southwest, at the port gate.
There's still a ruby, right?
Yes.
I'll take that one.
All right. To the northwest, the miner's gate.
Quick question.
Yes.
Are we going to know how to summon this elemental?
You said you were familiar with the arcane elements.
Oh, I am. But I mean, is there some special kind? Some special stink to this ritual?
He glares at you for a moment, and he pulls out a scroll, and he kind of pricks his finger, and you can see it, the blood kind of flow into the shape of a pen, kind of snaps it off and starts writing it on the scrolls itself. Lays that to the side, holds one hand over the filled out parchment he just did, and one hand off to the side with nothing underneath it, and begins copying the scroll from something onto nothing. Eventually, when he's created 4 of them, he hands them out to you with various descriptions on how to summon your particular brand of elemental.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Just to make it
Did we
easy
lose
for
Terry,
everybody.
by the way?
We did temporarily. His power went out, I think.
Oh, okay. So I guess I can probably I do a quick read over the scroll and what's the time frame of this spell
About an hour.
like to cast? An hour?
Mm-hmm.
I could probably do 2 of these because I actually know what I'm doing.
That's fair.
So if I take the miner's gate and the port gate, we can meet after things are done. Or do we want to meet?
And one of you must take the Sanderson gate. I myself will go to the center of town and bind them together.
Also, if we're just protecting the city, what happens to the rest of the region?
Nothing. Touchstone was
Also-
built here to be a nexus of arcane, divine, and psionic energies. Here, and only here, is Moonfall this potent.
Ah, okay, cool.
Hence
Then,
why
yeah.
we had a council of immortal beings prepared to defend it until their last breath, so that humanity didn't go extinct. Unfortunately, they're gone.
Yeah, it seemed like a pretty good system.
Question. Wouldn't it be easier to defend a smaller area?
The elementals don't exactly agree with each other. Touchstone is the exact shape it is because those are the points of the circle, directly at the gates. But they're willing to be near each other.
Understood.
Sure. Okay.
The barrier is exactly the size of our wall.
I've got this emerald. I've got these instructions. Who's our other Sanderson gate? Who's taking that?
I'm not sure where Sanderson Gate is, but I can do it.
It's the south gate.
It's the
I can do
southeast gate.
Shadow. The Shadows Field.
Yep, near Shadowfield.
I can do that one. Do we want to meet at Mystic Munitions when we are done?
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I can't really help in this.
Yeah, same.
I mean, technically, he gave us instructions on how to do it.
We'll each need a bodyguard. Until this ritual is complete, the eldritch horrors which reside beneath our town and its very soil will seek to stop you.
So
We could split up
I can
2 groups.
3 and 3.
3 and 3.
There are
And
only 8 hours until the red moon descends above our city. 12 hours until the sun dies and Moonsfall truly begins. And trust me, we want the barrier in place.
Okay, so I personally think Aiden goes to the north 2 gates. Rocks, you go to the miners and port gate. Then both I go with one of them 2, and Yolik goes with one of the other ones because at least we can't do anything other than bodyguard.
Okay, so to be very
And
clear, there are 4 important gates. Only 4. This one here. This one here. This one here. And this one here. This northern gate was literally easy of access. It's not important.
Oh, okay. So who can move the fastest then? Which
Well,
would
the
probably be
ritual.
rocks.
I wouldn't say that. I move normally. It would be probably Ragnar and Yolik. Honestly, you guys probably move the fastest out of us
Oh
all.
wait,
Just
hold on.
natural movement.
I believe I can get a spell called Find Steed, and I can move pretty fucking quick if I use it.
Because I was gonna say, if I go with rocks, if that's possible, I could essentially carry you. If does that impede my movement if I carry him?
Yeah, you'll be at half speed.
Okay, then that won't work. I was just thinking because he was a cat, he'd be smaller, like lighter.
I have 2 horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm totally taking Find Steed.
So
Because
I can
whoever
make-
has the horses can go to the Sanderson and the Northgate one. Whoever has the horses, because they can move the fastest.
Sure.
Sure, let's do that then.
And then the slower group, per se, goes to the Miners Gate and Port Gate.
Sure.
Okay.
So
And then where do we meet afterwards? Because that'll take about 3-4 hours.
we can meet in the center of town. Protect the elder priest dude when he gets the barrier up. Because that's probably going to be needed.
We'll probably also need to see if we can find any. I mean, I hate to pilfer the wizard's tower for anything that could be useful. But that might be a necessity.
Okay. So you guys are going to split up into the 2 parties, one heading north and east, the other one, east and south, I should say, really. Northeast and south. And the other one heading kind of northeast or northwest and south. So for the first group, you managed to make your way through 10. You're going to meet up at town hall, or in the town square afterwards, with the old man who will, once you're done with the 4 elemental summonings, will actually perform the binding summoning. To force them all to become a shield. So you guys first end up going that way, and actually
By a
going
horse
to
and cart. So who's coming with me?
I'll go with rocks. So we'll need one more.
Well, it can't be me because I'm going to the other way, right?
Yeah. Aiden's going the other way, so we just need either Escanor, Yolik, or Tinkle, since he's currently unable to speak.
Yeah, I kind of assumed Tinkle was going to take one of the gates, but I'll go with whatever group. You just assign me wherever.
Okay, so you're going to go to the north group.
Well, Escanor. Yeah, I was gonna say you have the healing stick, so you can come with us.
Oh, I need to roll on the healing stick. It might be broken. Hold on. Let me see what I have to roll. I forgot I had to do that.
Well, and also the smites could be helpful.
Yes, that too.
It keeps damage. Let's see.
Divine damage.
Yeah. There it is. Do I have to roll a d20?
You should.
Roll away.
Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah. Don't forget you also get to regain a number of charges if it does survive.
Yes, I should be able to regain all of them because it's been 7 days.
No,
I
it's
should
been
actually
8
have-
hours, hasn't it?
No, it's been 8 hours.
Oh, it's been 8 hours, but with full health. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, I get one roll for the best hit.
Doesn't break.
Looks like it's okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we got 3 charges, boys.
All right.
Good enough.
All right. So, you guys head off towards the northeastern gate. On the way there, you don't really seem to see anybody, but you do see remnants. Just little bits of shadow here and there, the corner of your eye, never directly in front of your vision, and for some reason you're mostly grateful for that. What you do see to the corner of your eye, creatures and beasts that shouldn't exist, just awful, terrifying things. It's difficult to describe them. Too many arms, pincers, tentacles, eyes, teeth. It's alien to you.
Can I make friends with any of them?
You can certainly
Why don't you
attempt
ask
to.
Cool. Give me a second.
For the carriage ride to the north gate, I'm going to ask for assistance from my patron
Mm-hmm.
if they so feel that I am worthy.
What kind of assistance are you requesting? Just like a blanket, please help me survive this, or something specific?
Yes. Yes. Please help me and my party survive this.
Okay. So as you get to the north gate, you see that there aren't very many guardsmen around, and those that are look around nervously. None of them currently wearing very much in the way of armor, but you do spot 2 half-melted piles of what looks to be iron and molten flesh near the gates, and you guess that the armor started melting people alive. Not a pleasant idea, not a pleasant thought at all. As you get there, you see a few of them look at you a little questioningly. And as they go to approach you, their hands upraised. Do you guys want to say anything before they get to you, or?
The group I'm in.
That's the group, the northeastern group. So it would be the group Escanor.
Don't come close. Rox and
Ragnar.
Ragnar.
So
Yeah.
was I able to befriend any of the creatures, or?
Did you actually attempt to walk into the shadows and try?
Yeah.
You need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. It's gonna have +3 added to it. Intelligence. It's 20.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Why the
Not
plus
good
3,
enough.
sorry?
Aura of protection.
Or protection. Okay. All right. Okay, so you take 16 points of damage as you focus your attention on the creature from the shadow, attempting your best to stare right at it so you can talk to it, so you can make friends. And the creature stands up, looks to be about 12, 13 feet tall, and you see its limbs move almost too sinuously as it approaches you. The very light itself seems to scatter from it. Although it's standing what should be broad daylight, it's still heavily shadowed. But you see its 3 faces, each one with far too many eyes. One gaping, drooling mouth that has large, large fangs. And as you watch, it drips its saliva onto the ground, and the ground hisses at its touch. Its part fur, part feather, part carapace body sends shivers down your spine. And then you see its claws, easily 4-5 inches long, and heavily serrated, still stained with the blood and gore of its last victim. Roll for initiative.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ragnar, if you're... I'm sorry, guys. If you're wanting to get in on this, you also have to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't. You guys keep cutting out every once in a while, so I'm only hearing half of it, and all I heard was roll for initiative.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm like trying to piece together what you guys are saying.
All right. Sorry, I just had to write down its name, and now I'll roll for it. Ah. So it approaches you inhumanly fast. Its massive, bulky body, mostly bare to your guessing. Its three mouths close on you, trying to snap and chew and bite. That's a 22 to hit. A 10 to hit. And a 14 to hit.
So only one of those hits.
Okay, you're going to be taking 12 points of piercing damage as its jaw closes in on you, and you feel it pumping some sort of venom into your body. Go ahead and make a con save.
Gotta find it. +3, that's 12.
You're going to take 7 points of poison damage as this thing's venom burrows deep into your body. You can feel it burning you from the inside. It backs up a little bit, and you can see an almost human grin come across one of its faces. The only face with an actual open, moving, kind of emotive mouth, and a faint merriness to its eyes. Your turn.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta find it. Where's my button? Okay, I'm gonna channel divinity, and everything within 30 feet has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Or be frightened, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, it's immune. But I don't believe your party members are.
Nope.
So
what type of saving throw? Sorry, wisdom.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm frightened.
You are
What
frightened.
am I frightened of?
You're frightened of Escanor. He's terrifying. Rox, you are frightened of Escanor. He is terrifying. You cannot willingly move closer to him.
Oh, then I'll just willingly move further away, I guess.
Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Mr. Escanor?
Gee. Was that an action?
The channel divinity should have been an action, yes.
Okay. Guess I'll heal myself for 30 points of damage. Can I use lay on hands as a bonus action?
No,
to heal
lay on
myself for
hands is a
30?
bonus. Lay on hands is an action only.
Okay. Right.
So you have a movement action and a bonus action. Is there anything else you can do?
I can only divine favor and draw my weapon.
Okay. All right. On its turn, you can see one of the faces squint a little. Instead of attacking you with a mouth, kind of paw bursts from its side, fountaining blood and gore. As you can see, it's kind of like a bear claw that swats at you. For 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that'll be 15 points of damage as the bear claw stretches towards you and bats you, pushing you back 10 feet. Your turn.
Cool. Gonna lay on hands for 30.
Okay.
Dude, can you use some of that to get rid of the poison?
Yeah, I'll I guess I'll do that for 25 and then 5 to get rid of the poison.
You are currently not poisoned. It
Okay,
hurt,
then, yeah,
but you're not
fucking-
poisoned. You can do the full 30 into healing yourself, yeah.
And that counts as an action, so all I have is a bonus action, right?
Mm-hmm.
My attack doesn't count as my second attack doesn't count as a bonus, does it?
No, you would have to because the multi-attack is actually taking one action to attack twice.
Okay.
And movement.
Hmm. All right, I'm not going to do anything then.
Okay. Takes a moment and sees your holy energy just flicker, and its eyes widen a little bit. Then it licks its lips. The one that still actually had your blood in its mouth licks its lips. Takes a few steps backwards into the alley, and then you can see this weird sort of contortion and change to its face. And it steps out again, this time one of its 3 faces bearing your mother's face, screaming in agony, silently screaming in agony, as the other 2 grin at it. Go ahead and make a charisma-based saving throw, please.
Woohoo. That's
14?
14.
Okay. You take 10 points of psychic damage and are unable to attack the creature, absolutely convinced that it actually houses the body of your mother.
Psychic damage is regular damage.
Yep. It's just a type of damage.
Cool.
Your turn. At this point, I think your party is about 200-ish feet away.
Oh, was that a charm by chance?
No, it was not.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna use Drow magic to cast darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can no longer see the face, and I'm gonna attack.
Seeing the face no longer matters. You saw it once, and you are unable to attack it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Divine sense.
Technically, it doesn't go off. It's not a celestial, fey, fiend, or undead.
Well, that's all I can do.
You could run.
Nope. I'm not gonna run. I will die on this hill.
Okay. It moves to the darkness as though it wasn't there at all. And that's a nat 20.
Hey, rip boys.
Bye.
That's 26 points of piercing damage as it starts ripping you to shreds.
All right, I'm at -4.
Okay. And then the other mouth will bite into you.
Off to the darkness you go.
And you will suffer 2 failed death saving throws as it tears you to shreds.
Cool, cool,
Unless you roll a nat 20 on this death save, you are actually dead, sir.
cool, cool.
Da-da-da.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay, you guys never hear of Escanor again. Well, you do hear him. You hear one brief, muted scream behind you, and his body is never recovered.
Oh,
By the way, where did Escanor go?
he wanted to make friends, I guess, and I believe
Did-
he succeeded.
Did he seriously go?
Yes?
I did warn.
It's all good.
Well,
All right.
let's get this over with.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Rox and Ragnar, you guys make your way to the northeastern gate, like I said. Those puddles of people now still there, not on fire, but melting away happily. The guards approached you, hands raised to make you stop, and you said,
Don't come any closer.
they lower their weapons cautiously. Why?
Have you seen the craziness going on?
Well, obviously, but why shouldn't we approach you? You look dangerous.
We are, but now's not the time. I don't have time to explain this to you right now. So please, just stay back.
Okay. You can go ahead and make a persuasion or intimidation or whatever check you'd like.
I'm gonna say, simple terms, we're building a barrier to stop this madness.
Roll a persuasion check.
Do I get advantage for saying the truth?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm just going based off the fact that I'm the curse.
Rox backed you up with the 23 persuasion and nat 20 on it. And as you say that, he gives him a glare, pulls out a small emerald. They know what it means. So they immediately back off and actually point you over to a hill that's been set aside for just that purpose. There you see a long covered box. It looks to be about 6-7 feet long, about 4 feet wide. That has a single slot kind of set into the center, and around it there's a very large circle that seems to have been burnt into the ground. It's charred and black, but doesn't smell, so it must have been done a few days ago. There you can see everything awaits you.
Everything?
Well, the ritual circle does.
Oh, sorry. When you said everything awaits you, I was like, Eldritch Horrors? Okay, yeah, so I quickly read over the scroll, figure out what I need to do, and start doing it.
Okay, so the scroll is very, very simple. First, you stand inside the circle, you chant the name of a known elemental, and one is provided for you. And then you offer the sacrifice by stabbing your blade into the slot in the box.
Oh, wonderful.
To
So I have to kill somebody for this.
bind the elemental to your will for more than a day. Yeah.
Fair enough. I whisper, I'm sorry to the box, and I do the ritual.
Okay, so you set the ritual, begin the chanting, the talking. The incense is already burning as you're there, so it begins to coalesce in this massive figure of smoke. There's a faint spark in the middle of it, not of fire, but almost of life. As an elemental comes roaring out of it, you stab your blade into the body of whoever's in there. There's the faintest muffled "Ugh!" And then blood seems to seep out of the ground into those channeled, burned runes. You can see shackles rise up, grab the elemental in place before it becomes invisible, and you feel a sort of faint hum around here. It didn't feel like it took that long, maybe 3-4 minutes, but as you look, you can see the moon has again tripled in size and is kind of covering half the sky. A large red moon. Still filling up, only a quarter full right now from the base. Alright, so other group, over at Miners Gate. There would be Tinkle, Aiden, and Yalak, yeah?
You betcha.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Miners Gate, was it Miners Gate that we went to?
I thought so. You get, like, the other guys were taking Northgate and Sanderson, you were taking Miners Gate and Portgate, right?
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, whichever.
Let's do it. No fucking
do it up.
around. Let's not look at shit along the way. Let's just fucking go and get this done.
Okay, as you get to the door, you find it absolutely deserted. The wood, oddly enough, of the gate seems to just have vanished. You can still see the metal bars that would have pinned it in place, the metal outline of the gate itself still there, but the wood is mysteriously gone. Little splinters kind of point a trail outside of town. Well, half outside, half inside, as if the wood just got up and walked away.
It's a good sign, boys. Let's get this shit done.
You make your way outside the gate and find, just set off to the side, past one of the towers, a circle burnt into the ground, like a bunch of symbols. There you also see a wooden box around 7-ish feet by about 4 feet wide, with a slot set into the middle.
Pull out the scroll and I begin to read the scroll.
You get much the same information. You set it up. There's the incense that's already burning there. You read. There's a few minor ceremonies to do. You bind an elemental to your will and then sacrifice whatever's in the box to it.
What's in the box?
You don't hear anything coming from it, and a black cloth seems to cover the inside. You're not able to see into it.
Can I... yeah, I can't see into it. Never mind.
You could pull apart the box. It seems to be rather fragile, actually.
No, that's going to ruin the ritual.
That's fair.
I'm going to just continue on.
Okay. You begin the ritual, and the smoke from the incense again coalesces into this shape. This time it seems to pull at the ground. And as you whisper the creature's name, the gem in your hand shatters to tiny little shards that tinkle to the ground and form chains. You then stab your blade into the box, and you hear a muffled "ah!" And then you see blood begin to trickle from the box itself into the etched runes in the ground, wind its way up those chains and bring the creature down to the earth. It hardens on the ground, becoming raised stone, a living creature of stone. As it looks towards you, you can see a disgruntled expression on its face, but the area around you begins to hum with arcane energy.
Say nice to meet you. Oh, by the way, specifically used the other blade, Acheron or whatever, to do that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, specifically did that.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Aiden it was probably a person in that box.
Yeah, probably, but needs
Whatever's
of the
gotta
many
be
right
done.
now. Needs
Yeah.
of the many right now.
Okay. As you pull out the blade, if it was Acheron, you notice the blade is completely clean.
Well, I don't know. See, there's nothing on this blade.
I mean, I still don't see the blade.
I still look crazy.
Yeah.
At this point, because you have actually used Acheron, he can see the blade.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm not. He's not as crazy anymore.
He took a fistful of air and stabbed it into the box, and then you saw a blade erupt out of his hand.
Cool, bud. Cool. Let's just not talk about what just happened.
hey, I think right now it's better just to not ask questions and let's just get shit done.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Rox and Ragnar, are you heading around the wall or through the city? Through the city would probably shave about half an hour off of your travel. Or you can head around the wall. Up to you.
Well, if we go through, we have a one small problem. There's a chance that we run into those shadows. So that half hour
There's
shave
no
could actually.
There's no guarantee that we don't run into them outside of the wall either.
Yeah, but at least if we're outside, we can there's at least room. If we go inside, they have more places to hide.
If we stick to the main streets, we might be fast enough via horse to not get caught.
Should we take that gamble?
I think so.
I
Alright.
personally think we should go around the outside, but
All right. Well, you're my bodyguard. I'll take your lead. We'll go around the outside.
Okay. You
because
guys,
it's yeah.
you head around the outside. That faint arcane hum seems to lessen, but never really fade. So you make it about halfway around the outside. Then it's a sudden realization. You're not sure when it faded, but it did. Maybe minutes ago, maybe 10 minutes ago. You're not entirely positive, but it fades. And then you begin to see those twisting shadows in the darkness again, moving and writhing around. They don't seem to want to approach you. They're always out of the corner of your eye, never letting you look at them directly unless you really want to.
I don't want it.
You also know
Oh, thanks.
that it's oddly quiet. Usually when you reach outside the walls, you can hear the skittering of mice and vermin in the underbrush, the crickets, the birds, that sort of thing, but you hear nothing. You do begin to notice, unfortunately, however, the walls themselves smeared with faint little bits of red here and there as though something crushed tiny little creatures with tremendous force against it. Do you want to try and avoid those
Outside
patches?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to take any risk whatsoever. I'm risk averse at this
I
point.
just
After seeing what happened to
Just go.
Escanor,
Okay, as you head towards the fields, the farms you know to be there, half-burnt remnants thanks to Tinkle, you see in the distance people moving. As you approach, you see they're not people, but scarecrows, shifting in a non-existent breeze, moving in ways scarecrows really shouldn't, far too fluid, not as if they're filled with hay, but instead filled with sinew and muscle and bone. They don't seem to notice you, and you do see that wherever they step, wherever they touch, weeds sprout, living things that writhe and twist like the black tentacles, only green and filled with thorns this time.
I say let's avoid those.
yeah, I don't want to go near them.
All right, I'll get you both roll a stealth
Go
check.
faster, horses. Da-da-da, I don't know why this keeps closing. I need to go down a bit. Don't fail me now.
You both realize the clop of the horse's hooves against the ground would immediately draw those creatures' attention as you see them look over towards a raven just landed on the ground, only to watch it ripped to shreds within seconds by these scarecrows that swarm it at a superhuman speed, easily crossing 100 feet in the time it would take you to take a step.
I told you we should have stayed inside.
You quickly drop to your feet and begin sneaking past them. Fortunately for you, they don't seem to have any overt senses that let them see or feel or sense where you are, but you begin to come across the remnants of the people, the farmers, the poor, and the downtrodden. And by remnants, I mean a bone here, a pile of gore there. Most often you find them with their heads still intact, screaming in agony. Silent agony, their eyes glazed over, obviously dead, piled atop their own corpses. Messy, destroyed organs sprayed about like some sort of macabre art display. But you managed to avoid them.
I'm not gonna stick around here unless it's really important to.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm not either.
You come to the gate at Shadowfield. You find it deserted. It's not hard to imagine why. As you settle down, you find another burnt-in circle not too far from the gate, much like the other one. This time, as the last time, a box about 7 feet long, but 4-ish feet wide across, waiting for you. Your scroll this time contains much the same sort of summons, except it's, oddly enough, it's not the same name. Having some arcane training, you realize that not all elementals respond to the same name, so that's not a big deal. As you settle down to begin the chanting, that smoke from the incense begins to swirl again. This time, that faint little spark you see, not like the spark of life, not electricity, but instead a roaring fire, and immediately a blaze hotter than any forge you've been in erupts into being in front of you, a creature that tries to press against your will, not used to being constrained by a mortal. Go ahead and roll an intelligence-based saving throw. Jesus.
Oh.
Okay.
No problem.
You take a moment and focus.
You're mine, bitch.
This creature's name springs to your lips, and you say it, and immediately the crystal in your hand shatters into shards, forming its shackles. Do you still stab the box?
Yes.
Okay, you do so, and this time you feel a faint twinge inside. You note that you're bleeding just a little from your mouth. Not as much blood as is seeping from the box, however. That quickly reinforces those chains and binds that fiery, infernal elemental to this plane. You can feel its heat, even at a distance of 10, 20 feet, enough to burn you if you let it.
I'll give it a little.
Okay. Now you see in the distance, maybe 200, 250 feet away, a person running towards the infernal. and you can see behind him a house, a shack. What do you call it? A hut that seems to have been picked up off the ground, given stumpy little legs, and set running. You can see its doorway, this mash of splinters that kind of form a ragged mouth filled with jagged teeth. You can see this poor man running in fear of his life. And then he trips and falls, hitting the ground and sending a great cloud of dust. The creature is still about 200 feet away from him. If you hurried, you could make it to save him.
How far is he from the gate?
From you and the gate, about 150 feet now.
150 feet. Oh, if I dash, that'd be 60 feet.
Yeah,
I could...
even if I dash, that's 80.
And how far is the hut from him?
About 200, 250 feet, you'd say, you'd guess.
And how can I, from the little bit of info I have, how fast do I think that hut's gonna close that distance?
Probably in about 12, 18 seconds.
Hey, I have an idea. Would I be able to dash and run, pick him up and run up the side of the building?
The building that's currently chasing him?
No. Another
just
building.
a building? Absolutely you can. So he's about 150 feet away. You're going to run, which is 40. Dash, which is another 40, so you're at 80. You're going to take your 2 turns to do this, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, in that time, the creature, like, you pick him up and you move 10 feet off to the side of the road. That hut creature has moved, and it's now only about 40 feet away from you. You're going to run to the nearest building and walk up the side of it?
And run up the side of it and just go as fast as I can.
Make a dexterity-based saving throw.
Run up the wall?
Yep.
I have boots.
Yep. I did not
Wow.
say an acrobatics or athletics check. I said a dexterity-based saving throw.
The house is gonna smash it.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
That didn't help.
You're gonna get clobbered by a house.
So as you rush to the side of the house, you know that the wood looks a little too wiggly, almost. The entire house seems to shimmer and shake as one bit of it, a wall, collapses in on itself, forming this sort of hand that reaches towards you. The very wall you're about to run up becomes a hand that grabs you and begins crushing you, bit by bit.
Ouch.
Bye, Ragnar.
You're going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you are grappled and grasped in this hand. The hut, oddly enough, whimpers and begins slowly moving away from the much larger building.
Oh, I have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
If you see it coming.
Oh.
Danger Sense works on traps and spells. This is not something you could have ever foreseen.
Oh. Okay.
So they're 100 and how far? 150 feet?
He managed to make it to about 120 feet from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna advance like 5 feet and then hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay, I'm just gonna blast the house,
Yep. Go ahead and roll.
which should be easy enough to...
Okay. So you aim up, a quick shot, firing twice, rapid fire, those 2 blasts striking the arm of this creature, and you can see now the windows and the door forming rough eyes and a mouth filled with gnashing teeth. You blast it, and the wood shatters. You can thank the gods that this building is old and decrepit, being a farmer's barn kind of thing. And the arm drops. The hand still grasping Ragnar slowly opens. Ragnar, it's your turn.
I'm gonna run and dash away from it.
Okay.
I have the ability to do so.
You do. You manage to make it towards the flaming infernal creature, that hot heat as it rushes over you, instantly producing a sweat. And the man in your arms looks up at you and goes, Thank you so much. I didn't expect my house to try and eat me. It got my wife, though.
Don't thank me yet. Thank me when we're gone and this is over.
Right. And he kind of dusts himself off. I didn't expect the world to be this crazy today. I was getting ready for Moonfall. Usually it's a party. Different kind of party today.
It's a party we all did not want.
And he gives you an odd look and makes a coughing noise.
I am going to back away from him.
Yep. You guys move into the city, and then you can see his chest buckle outwards for just a moment. And he looks down, and he's confused before his breastbone and all of his ribs rip out and become this bony little spider that trundles off to the side, leaving him, his heart kind of on display, his skin ruptured. And he looks at you for a moment, just confused, before his heart slowly stops beating and he falls to the ground, voiceless.
So we're at
You're right here.
the south gate.
Yep, that's where you are.
Ragnar, how do you feel about going to Mystic Munitions and seeing if they're willing to donate to our cause?
That sounds a good plan. Let's see if we can get there.
Okay. So for those who are at the port gate, that would be Aiden, Yaluk, and Tingle, who's not currently with us.
Yep.
You guys arrive at the gate, and you can see, for some reason, everyone's out and celebrating. There are 200-300 sailors raucously walking around, ale tankards sloshing and full, smashing them into each other's tankards and drinking. You can hear the faint cry of music, like a lively jig, something you'd find a sea shanty or something to keep rowers in time.
I walk through without making a big fuss about it.
I'm going to walk behind Aiden with my head down, mumbling how if I was still in my body, I'd be partying with them. But no, I'm in this iron beast right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're fucking iron.
Yaluk,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw.
Who?
Yaluk. You can't. You take a look over and you like just an eye, just looking at him, seeing the drink splash to the ground. You notice their faces are weird. They're different. Their teeth are too jagged. Their eyes are too inhuman. And you watch as one of them kind of roughly bumps into another. A fight breaks out where he just rips this other person's head off. A brute feat of strength. As the blood scatters across the street, he lifts the head up to drink the blood that drips.
I'm just going to start pushing Aiden and be like, go, 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 go.
You try to, but you feel like you should party. You feel the need to. You move at half speed. Go ahead and make another intelligence saving throw.
Oh, sorry. He gets a
I'm
plus.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hold on. You get a +3 to that saving throw. Also, you might have inspiration. Don't forget.
Yeah, and I was just about to say I'm using my inspiration this time around, too.
Oh my god, dude.
You find yourself, your eyes wandering to the drink, and the one who just still has the blood splattered across his face, his skin tinging crimson, kind of like it's absorbing the blood itself, walks over and says, "Hey!" and hands you a tankard. Go ahead and make a con save.
You also have +3 to it.
That one's better.
You can't help it.
17.
You grab the beer, faintly touching his hand. As you look into his eyes, you can see that madness, and you can feel it trying to overwhelm your own conscience. And as you bring the drink to your lips and begin sipping, it's bitter, it's thick and heavy and salty. And as you move it away, you can taste that a bile-like substance. Aiden, looking at you, sees that you're dripping some sort of green fluid. But you feel like you can't stop. You need to drink more. Make another con save.
It's going to go downhill so bad for me tonight, boys.
Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3 failed saves. Okay,
Oh.
Bye,
failed?
guys.
you drink and drink until you can't drink anymore, and all of a sudden you feel fine. Everything is great. Everything is fantastic. You can't believe that you forgot how much fun drinking was as you wander off grabbing tankards from people you run across. You lose yourself in the melee that ensues. Yalak is never heard from again. But there are legends to this day of an Iron Man who single-handedly slew a dozen sailors in a massive brawl before being disassembled and made into a masterpiece.
You know what that implies, guys?
Oh,
That
that's so
implies that we're
sad.
gonna live through this.
Oh, that's so sad. Yalak. Oh,
I like that. Disassembled.
Yeah.
I know. That makes my heart hurt a little bit. I just paid to have a brewery put inside of me.
That just sounds like
now-
something from Aperture Science.
I'm hurt.
All
I'm
right.
hurt inside.
So Aiden,
All right. Well,
you're at the circle. You felt more than anything that Yalak was pulled away, and as you looked, you saw him tearing people apart. And he looked insane. You can see in his warforged mouth, the mouth that shouldn't change, his flat metallic teeth had turned into some sort of shriveled metal black monstrosity of a tooth, or teeth, that is. You're not sure what happened to him, but he wasn't Yalak anymore. You can hear his cries and screams of delight as he drinks and downs beer after beer and slaughters 5, 6, a dozen more. You lose track. But you continue on. You get to the circle, and you find the
get to
same.
the circle. I find the box with the hole in it, the
Yep.
slot in it.
And the incense itself seems to be keeping these people, these creatures at bay.
Interesting. I gotta continue through the thing, but before I get to the point where I'm stabbing the sword through this slot,
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to Acheron.
Okay. So you take a moment, the blade in your hands poised above the blood there. The creature you summoned, a tidal wave of the blood in the area that formed a body almost too humanoid, still chained in its crystalline manacles. You take a moment and you reflect, and in your mind you're talking with Acheron. At this point, she seems to be a rather mature 20-something, not quite 30 human, with pointed teeth and violent purple eyes. She sits across from you, wearing studded leather armor and grinning.
I just say, is this the best course of action to survive this night?
Is that the gift? Is that what you're asking me?
That is the most important question right now. I've lost friends, or friend that I know about so far.
Mhm.
I've destroyed many lives in this town.
You're asking me if this is the best course of action instead of maybe asking me what the best course of action is? I mean, I'm okay answering either way.
I feel like I'm pretty dead set on this course of action. And if I die, I'd rather know that this was the best course of action rather than what I should have been doing.
I think in this instance, because you are going to die, I should at least be a little kind. This course of action will have the least amount of casualties.
All right. And I stab the blade into the box.
You do so, and Acheron becomes heavier in your grasp. The feel you get is something different. As you pull her out, she's become a bastard sword. And you can see at your side that Celestia has become a short sword. The balance in your soul thrown off just a little at this. the creature, that watery being, now bound under your control, you take Tinkle, and where do you head?
Let's see. I have to. Are we all meeting at Mystic Munitions? Was that set out?
No, we were meeting at the town hall with the old guy.
Then I'm going to. Is that incense still burning?
No, the minute the ritual is done, it stopped.
Okay.
But it seems as though the influence of this creature has pushed the sailors away even further. The closest one is maybe 300 feet away.
Okay. In that case, I am going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself. Which, until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Okay, which one are you choosing?
I'm guessing aberrations.
That is a brilliant choice.
This protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Their target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast that shit on myself.
Nice of you to do that now.
Yeah. I see. When that all was happening to you, I was debating whether or not I was perceptive enough that you were looking elsewhere other than heading forward. Because I have a super low perception.
I would say you probably wouldn't have noticed.
And I am pretty focused on my goal right now.
Yeah. So you head inwards towards the town hall, the town square, unknowing that you've already lost another friend. Rox and Ragnar, you're heading towards Myrtle's Mystic Munitions, yeah? So as you guys head towards Myrtle's Mystic Munitions, you hear in the distance the faint sound of gunshots. As you approach, you can see the writhing shadows calm.
Yep.
They look a lot less active than they did before. Maybe it's under the influence of that creature whose heat you can still feel, although it's outside the walls and you're in. As you get to the Mystic Munitions, there's a massive explosion as two gnomes come tumbling out of it, each one carrying a veritable armament of arms. I couldn't think of a syllable quick enough.
Weapons?
Of weapons, yeah. You can see chasing them two weird-looking metal tubes that, if you had to guess, were pistols, only different, are chasing them and firing off rounds, although nothing's holding them. What do you want to do?
I'll blast one with an Eldritch Blast.
All right, go for it.
So I'll hit them both.
Okay, make
Because
your
I
attack.
can target different things, right?
You can.
I want them to join my militia. So I will render aid. They could be... So pistol number 1. And then pistol number 2.
So your shots reach forward, and you actually manage to strike one of them, dropping to the ground immediately in this twisted lump of fused and burned metal. The other one continues chasing them. As they look at you, they see the beams go over their heads. They motion for you to keep running, and you see, wheeling itself out of the shop is a cannon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure you know it blew up half the shop now.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
I say let's go. Go this way. Come this way.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
You begin running as fast as you can. I'll get both of you to roll athletics checks.
Oh, great. The one thing I'm terrible at.
Oh, I didn't roll too well. I got a +7 and I didn't roll well.
Well, I can't open my character sheet right now, so wonderful. Where did it go? Come on, character sheet.
Be right back. It might be open as a pop-up window as well. It might be actually on your bar already.
I don't see it. That's okay. I will do a D whatever, plus I believe it's a 3, because I'm not specialized in it, so I can do it that way. That'd be an 8. That's wonderful.
Okay, so luckily for you, it's not very difficult to turn on your heel and run. You don't trip over yourselves. You don't fall flat on your face. You do hear the massive explosion behind you as either of you have an AC less than 17.
Me.
No.
Ragnar, you do?
Yes, I have a 16.
Okay, you take 25 points of damage as a cannon loaded with shrapnel, like forks, knives, plates, busted gears, and springs shreds your back as you're running. The cannon then, if you turn to look, the cannon actually begins using its like opening to scrape up some dirt and rocks to fire at you next.
Oh, gross.
Make another athletics check.
In that way, I'm just gonna drop a darkness between us and it.
I will grant you advantage on the athletics checks.
For both of us?
Both of you, yep.
Thank God. I'll take that 21.
Yeah, well, I guess I get that 9.
Okay, so that's 2 successes and 2 failures. You actually begin to slip on the smooth stone. You're not sure what you're slipping on, but you are slipping, attempting to like gain ground or like just get away from the cannon. You hear it fire again. 15 to hit for either of you.
Nope.
Okay, and last one. Please don't fail this. You can hear it again chugging something. You hear the faint crumpling. It sounds like a house is being torn down or eaten, oddly enough. Go ahead and roll another athletics check with advantage still.
But I also rage at this moment. So
Oh
I
yeah,
can at least
yeah,
take
yeah, you
half
can.
damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am going to rage.
Okay.
There.
All right, you manage to rage. You hulk out a little bit, and you tap your friend on the back to get him going in the right direction. You get around the corner just in time to see nails and wood come roaring past you and blowing up another house. Literally a giant 6-foot hole carved into the wall, and you shudder, imagining that could have been you. At this point, you are far enough away from the cannon that it can't fire on you openly. You manage to get to the town hall relatively quickly, discussing with Myrtle and her man whatever you will. So what do you guys want to talk about?
So Myrtle,
Change my shorts.
as you can tell, the city's under siege.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to contribute to the defense of what the hell's going on?
I have guns. I have swords. I have vials of acid. I have flasks of oil. I have slings. I have explosives.
Should we really trust those, considering what just happened?
These ones didn't try to kill me. They were on my... I'll be honest. I was already this loaded up, and then I was in that house, and I heard a tink, 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 and I looked over. My hammer tried to kill me, so I shot it, and it died. And then my pistols got up off of the workstation, and they shouldn't have been working yet, because I was still tinkering with them a little bit. And they tried to kill me, and you shot one, and it died. But the cannon fired, and I was not expecting that. That was a custom order for one of the sailors down by the strip, and believe you me, cannon fire hurts. Her husband kind of nods a little bit. You can see that he's limping. There's a large, like, a semicircular blast taken out of his hip that he's kind of holding in. You can see the bone underneath it as he's hobbling towards you.
I'm gonna say I got hit by one. It wasn't fun. I didn't like it.
All right.
You can see that like there's just silverware and fine china in your back at the moment.
Could be worse. Leave it there. We are trying to set up a defense. I believe, the center of town. If you know anybody else that is skilled in any type of warfare, mystical or arcane, I guess, spread the news or the word.
Right. Well, first, I'm going to have a little bit of a sit down with hubby over there, and I'm going to patch him up. And because I don't want him dying on me. That's not something I want.
That's fair. You know anybody that would have healing supplies, potions? like-
I want to pull out of my bag, pull out one of the healing potions to give to them.
Okay, cheers. And he'll drink it down. You can see the flesh begin to push itself together and knit, kind of like so much yarn, the muscles stretching to close, and the skin quickly covering that. Yeah, there's a general store, just over here, and right next to it there's an apothecary. Next to him is a maid shop.
Ragnar, what do you think? Should we go there, or should we go team up with Aiden and Yolik, or Aiden and Yolik first?
Aiden, Yolik, and Tinkle? Crap.
As we'd be doubling back.
It's just.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. We could try the maid shop
All right,
because
let's
that
try
would be the most beneficial.
All right, we'll head to the maid shop.
Okay. So, you guys would have to head down an alley to do so.
But do we?
No, you can both run over roofs, it's true.
Yep.
Let's do that instead.
Okay. So as you run over the roofs, you note that overhead the moon is nearly full.
One thing I will do is drop the darkness and cast invisibility on both of us. We will go via unseen.
Okay, that's fair. You look up and you notice that above you, the moon is actually covering the entirety of the sky, like one great lid to the city of Touchstone. It's so close you feel like you could touch it. And then there's a faint, and this is for you as well, Aiden and Tinkle. There's a faint mist in the air, and you notice that the blood, that liquid that seems to slosh up the moon's surface, is almost completely full. And that faint mist you're feeling, it feels like the air is too heavy around you to draw it in, almost burns. You know that there are faint red droplets, like blood, scattering every so often. The best you can term them would be blood showers. They do drench you red every once in a while, and those little red rivulets seem to fall down the houses and coagulate in disgusting puddles that wiggle of their own volition occasionally. You make your way to the maid shop, no problem. But the other group, you guys have headed in. Are there any distractions, or are you just taking the main road right to the town hall?
Nope, I am keeping my pace, walking as nonchalantly as I can, trying to avoid attention and also keeping my protection up.
Fortunately for you, most of the Wycliffe district seems to be completely deserted.
Wonder why.
But you hear whispers, faint whispers, begging you just to come around the corner. Promise it won't hurt.
I resolve myself and continue forward.
But there are answers here. We know what happened. You wouldn't have to hide.
It was for the greater good, and I walk forward.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Fuck me. God damn it.
Inspiration. Okay.
Oh, that's
fair enough. Okay, you're
Way
good.
better than my inspiration.
All right, you continue walking forward to the center of town, and Tinkle would have to do this too if he was here. And then you hear a second, lower whisper. I know you want power. The power to make the world your own. The power to make it right. So many things that have gone wrong that you could have changed if only you had a little more power. Don't you want power?
If you're going to tempt me with something I want, and I continue walking.
Fair enough. I'll give you a wisdom save with advantage.
Is this charming, by the way?
Yes, actually it would be.
So I have it with advantage anyways.
Fair enough.
Doop-a-doo-doo.
Okay.
Double advantage.
Then you hear the faintest last little bit. Aren't you sure that you'd like to save more people? If you come with me, maybe we can do it. Maybe we can save everybody. Maybe they don't have to hurt anymore.
I am sure in my mission, and I walk forward towards Town Hall.
Wisdom save one last time. Hopefully one last time. All right. So that is 3 successful saves. You managed to get to the town center, no problem. You feel the slight weight of some of the things they wanted to talk to you about, but it wasn't enough to pull your attention from your mission. Always striding forward, that's you. And then you see in the distance a puff of smoke, and you hear the low rumble of an explosion over in the Sanderson district. If you had to guess, over by Myrtle's Mystic Munitions. You're not sure what happened, but an explosion, and you hear it again, a dull roar like a cough in the distance, twice, and then it stops.
Am I at Town Hall?
You're at the town square, yes.
Okay, and those guys are already there, right?
The Archbishop is there, but your friends aren't.
Oh, they haven't made it there yet?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I just turn around, I go to the Archbishop, and I'm like, seems like we've done our part.
Yes, I can feel the 4 elements waiting to be bound. He looks over and you can see that there are 4 different boxes here, each one a different color, matching the color of the jewel. Each of them 7 feet long and about 4 feet wide.
All right.
Are you ready to defend me, or should we wait for your friends?
They are not here yet. Maybe we should wait.
Good. I need more rest first. Just walking here is enough to exhaust me. A pull on my power I've not experienced in a long time.
How about you want some healing, friend?
No, I'd rather you not touch me, thank you.
Why? I've got healing hands.
Sorry, but the touch of lessers is repulsive to me.
Ooh. Well, whatever. Whatever gets us through the day here. All right.
So you guys
We'll
make
wait.
it to the maid's shop. Fortunately, you turned invisible, because as you clambered along the roofs, you notice these low, swooping creatures half hidden in that red haze that seems to permeate the area. Creatures with human faces, twisted and gnarled black horns, arms that turned into wings with razor-tipped claws at the end of them, and large talons which seem to shred whatever they stood upon. They don't seem too keen on looking around. In fact, you can't see eyes in their head at all. But they move towards anything else that seems to be alive with alacrity, shredding cats, dogs, even people when they get too high up. You're grateful for your invisibility, and you move silently as quickly as you can to the maid's shop.
Is anything, when we get there, is anything odd going on?
At this moment, you feel like nothing would be odd right now. Everything would be pretty much for the norm. As you
But
settle,
are people like running down the street? Is the door looking like it's got a face and gonna take a chomp out of somebody?
oddly enough, no.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, I guess, climb down
Mm-hmm.
and take a look through the maid shop window.
You see a solitary man there. He has a tome in hand and he's reading, pretty in depth, staring at it, not moving.
Okay, I'm gonna enter the shop.
He doesn't
I'm
acknowledge
gonna
your
follow
presence.
suit.
Is he human?
Looks to be, yeah. His eyes don't move or
Hello?
blink, though.
Yeah, hello. Hello? Who's saying hello?
Doesn't move.
No. Someone was saying hello. Am I...
Oh, that was Ragnar saying
Dreaming
hello to in the shop. He's like, hello. No,
Yeah.
he doesn't move.
Okay,
I'll kind of slowly walk up to like see what he's reading.
Okay, he's reading a fairly lesser-known volume. It's Omen's Importance of Disaster. You wouldn't know it, but Rox would
I have no
recognize
idea.
it as a fortune teller's guide, essentially. Divination magic.
I'm gonna
Great.
look towards rocks and be like, "What is this?"
It's fortune telling. Does he have wands?
Taking a look around, you do find a selection of thin wands hidden behind, or I should say hidden, behind a glass pane.
I go, is it okay if I take these?
He doesn't seem to answer.
Great. I smash the glass.
You take a moment, you go to swing it, you make a dexterity-based saving throw. Okay. You go to smash it with your blade, and your entire body is shafted 10 feet backwards. There's a faint green glow of energy over the thing, and before you ram into anything, you think, "Huh, that's a really clever use for Wall of Force." Before you ram into a shelf and potentially are knocked unconscious.
Hopefully not.
You take 14 points of damage.
Ow. Okay. In this case, I'm gonna hop the counter and try and access it from the back, without force.
Okay, you kind of hop behind it. You can see that there is a fairly sturdy lock on it that has a lot of arcane sigils around it. And Wall of Force lock. It makes sense. You require some sort of key.
Does he have it on him?
Are you going to touch him?
Yes.
Are you sure you'd like to do that?
No. Is there anything that isn't behind a counter?
Oh yeah, there's dozens and dozens of potions and vials and oils and scrolls. But the staves and wands and cloth armors are all behind display cases.
That's okay. Ragnar, grab as many scrolls as you can. I'm gonna grab potions and let's get to the center of town.
It's GTFO. It sounds like a plan. I don't
Are there
feel
any
like
bags?
No, he does not have bags. No.
Okay. Then I guess I'm just gonna.
Oh, sorry. He doesn't have like shopping bags. He does have several bags of holding just sitting there. They're in the discount bin kind of thing.
Wonderful. I will take one of those and I will just. I don't know
So
what
will
the
I.
potions are, but I will take them at random as the night goes on.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna do that with all the scrolls.
Okay.
And then we're in and out in 5 seconds. I'm going to cast my third spell, which will be invisibility on me and Ragnar, and we will book it to the center of town.
Fair enough. Okay. So you managed to make it to the center of town about 10 minutes after Aiden and Tinkle do. Getting there, you notice that the old man is sitting on the ground, cross-legged, seems to be meditating in the midst of a circle also burnt into the ground.
Okay, so what happened to Yolik?
Yeah, so we just pop
it
out
looked
into
like
existence.
It looked like he was fighting a bunch of sailors. And then, I'm going to be honest, I've been pretty focused on what I've been doing.
Okay, I'm actually, as he's saying this, I'm gonna drink 2 potions
Oh my god, dude.
just in case.
Wait. 2 random potions or just 2 health potions?
No. 2 health potions. I have
Okay.
potions in my health.
Fair enough. That works for me. Go ahead and roll.
It really does matter.
It really, really does.
I'm actually looking up the page right now.
Yep.
Just
Potion
so
of
we have
instant
it.
death.
5, 6, 7.
I actually need to open up the GM's guide to that.
Yeah, I got it too.
Okay. I'll see my GM's guide just to roll in the random potions table. You know what? I can probably pull something up online. I'm not too worried about it. Okay.
That's fair.
So Yolik's fighting. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Yolik, he went off fighting sailors and then just walked off fighting sailors. That's all he was doing.
Okay, well, quite a while ago we lost Escanor.
How?
We heard screaming, so we're assuming he's dead. We didn't turn back.
He walked towards an alley. He jumped off the cart, walked towards an alley, and then I got very afraid of him, and then he screamed, and then it was quiet.
Okay, well that seems silly, but all right. Either way.
However, me and Ragnar made a detour to a maid shop. We grabbed some items as quickly as we could. Some scrolls, some potions. That's all we had time for, and then we came here.
Okay, well, I got the 2 elementals summoned up. It turns out I feel like these things are aberrations, so I've been using protection from evil and good, and that served me pretty well. What else? Yeah, we're here now.
What's an admiration? This is part of my character because he's doesn't deal with that stuff, so he has no idea.
Not celestial, not undead, not fiend, not fae. They're fucking weird bitches from fucking other worlds.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, think monsters, but instead of being like, think more bulbousy type stuff.
Ragnar, can you give me your bag?
Yeah. I'm just going to hand the bag over.
I'm going to start pulling out some scrolls.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, well, that explains the canon.
Yeah. Devin, I have the mixing potions table up here, so
perfect. Thank you.
It's good to go.
Let's be reckless. Now, for a fallback point, I think the Wizard's Tower is a good last defense. If you can get there.
That's in the Wycliffe district, right?
It is in the Wycliffe district, yeah.
That's that circle that's right there. It's good because Wycliffe district is pretty cleared out, from what I understand.
I wouldn't go into any dark alleyways.
Yeah, stick to main roads. Also, the roofs are dangerous.
They tried tempting me into the alleys.
However, though, they don't appear to be able to see through invisibility.
Oh, I don't have that.
I can only do it for one person.
Okay. So the Archbishop sits down, like he's still sitting. He begins to draw, like in very large motions, the incense around him into the circle itself, literally moving them with his mind. He snaps his fingers and they light a flame. And as their smoke begins to kind of coalesce into a shield above him, you can see a shimmering rainbow shield, just like that smoke shield begin to pop up from the walls itself. As it closes over in a thick dome, you hear a snapping sound and a popping. And the world goes all around you. The world goes quiet. Eerily quiet.
What just happened? I'm gonna put my finger in my ear because I just heard a random popping.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone down hit points, by the way?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I gained some, but I'm down definitely.
I am going to use my healing hands ability on rocks, healing you for 6 hit points.
Or 6. Thank you, good sir. Appreciate it.
Ragnar, I'll give you also 6 hit points.
Sweet, thank you.
Through lay on hands.
Okay. You can see overhead that the moon, now completely full, begins to dim.
Double grab.
Oh. Did you cut out? Did I cut out?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
you're good. You're good.
I can still hear you.
Okay.
We're just waiting for the next part.
Well, I'm gonna either take an hour's if depending on how it goes, I'm either gonna take an hour's break or a short rest. I'm gonna try and catalog potions and scrolls, depending on how much of a lull we have here.
It's about 15 minutes.
So, I think seeing what I have as a arsenal is what I'll spend my time focusing on.
In these scrolls, assume that you have 2 of each first, second, and third level scroll. And there's still about 30 more you haven't identified.
Okay.
For potions, you would actually have to make alchemy checks.
Gotcha. For the spells, are they limited to certain schools or
All schools. There's
all schools?
arcane and divine. Yep.
Wonderful. I go Aiden. I'm not very familiar on these ones. Are any of these handy to you? Because I don't think I can cast them.
Sorry. So which ones are they? They're just a bunch of divine scrolls?
Yeah.
I mean, I will use them if it comes to it.
Well, it's we have 2 of each, so I don't know what they do. But if there's any particular one you can think of that would be handy, I'll help you look for them.
Can I recognize these scrolls? Can I look through them and pick out certain ones?
Pick out whichever ones you'd like, good sir. Like I said, you have 2 of each first, second, and third level spell.
Oh, third level spell as well.
Mhm.
Look at that. Oh, if that would be evil, dispel magic right now. That'd be great.
Please, 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 for the love of God, do not dispel the shield.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. There's remove curse. That's pretty cool. There's also revivify as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you got 2 people that you could do that to.
Within a minute.
And
Yeah, I
within a
guess so.
minute. You guys are screwed.
Yeah, I was disassembled.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Wait, Devin, quick question.
Yep.
If we got a revive spell, would he be able to go back to his normal body, or would his soul then go back to the iron body?
Unless you're very well steeped in certain arcane areas, or in this case, divine areas of magic, you wouldn't know.
Oh, this was just out of game, just out of curiosity, because he technically has 2 bodies,
Mm-hmm.
technically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So I randomly thought that. I was like, wait, which body would he go to? Because if he went to the iron body, that'd be useless.
It's me roll a D100 and evens is my body and odds is the iron.
Oh no, there's a definitive answer to that, and I know what it is.
Oh, interesting.
Raw, but
Because in game, I wouldn't even think of that. I wouldn't even care about magic spells.
Yeah. No, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
okay. So as you guys,
I know what I want.
as you guys sit there gathering your wits about you, there's a roar above you, some distance away. You can see a large, adult, maybe older copper dragon, familiar to some people, fly over the town and sit, its claws on the dome itself. And then quickly it's followed by an emerald green dragon. Not your average green dragon, which is faintly dull in color, but a brilliant emerald green dragon, the likes of which you've never seen, sits beside it and seems to nuzzle into it. They sit waiting, staring at the moon.
Oh, that's interesting. See? They came back.
15 or so minutes pass, and there's another intense cracking noise. I get all of you to make an intelligence-based saving throw.
Is anyone within 10 feet of me?
They all are.
If you're looking over scrolls,
so.
yeah. You said intelligence?
Yep.
And I'm assuming we're 10 feet away from you. What does that
Mhm.
matter?
They
Probably
got
because we
you
get a plus three.
3.
Oh, so 10.
All right, Ragnar, Rox, Aiden, Tinkle's not here at the moment, so it's just the three of you. Oh no. Okay.
Someone should definitely be playing Tinkle right now.
Well, Tristan,
Go
you're
for
still
it,
here.
Tristan.
That works
He's
for me.
commentary.
So one of these scrolls is warding bond. That's
One
going
of
to come
them-
in handy.
One of them's also Lehman's tiny hut.
Nice.
Lehman's Tiny Hut is a ritual and takes a while to prep, but yeah.
Beauty.
Okay.
Did he
It-
just lose power or something? and
Yeah,
he's
he
just
lost
gone, or
power.
what?
Yeah.
Ugh. The worst.
That sucks.
Especially on a night like tonight.
Mhm. Okay. As you sit there for the 15 minutes or so, watching these dragons above you, identifying the scrolls that you wish and want, another crack happens, and this time it seems to be in the face of the moon that's quickly darkening. It goes from this brilliant crimson red to a faint, muted, sort of sickly red, and then begins to shatter. You can see cracks running along it like they would run along glass or maybe metal. And then there's a popping, tearing, ripping noise as a creature you've never even imagined drops from the sky down onto you. Or down onto the two dragons who, waiting, scoop it up and begin trying to fight it, but it's the sight of it. You can't even... It's impossible to describe. You think it has 7 or maybe 8 wings, feathered and bat-like, all at the same time, scales and fur, 2, maybe 4, 5 heads, possibly, not all attached to the neck, but all over the body, mouths, countless hundreds of mouths, all gibbering this insane language that hurts your ears even at such a distance, a profane thing which distorts reality itself, lending this creature an eerie black shadow.
What the hell are we dealing with?
Oh, that's
I don't
not it.
know. But I don't want to look at it. I know well enough that stuff in the darkness can stay in the darkness.
All right,
Oh,
so
conveniently, one of these scrolls is silence.
fair. Tinkle and Ragnar, you each take 18 points of psychic damage. Just looking at the thing hurts your brain, makes your eyes, ears, and nose bleed. So, and then you
Oh,
hear
that hurt.
a noise behind you.
Ouch.
As you turn, you can see the Archbishop grinning. Finally. I never thought the dragons would show up again. I'm glad my son-in-law is actually good for something. Now, as for you folk, I believe you've had a long time coming on this part. And as he grins, he turns invisible. Roll for initiative.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to be bottom of the barrel on this one.
Oh, good. My one good roll of the day.
Oh, fuck me.
You did better than me.
Yeah, but I have a way of getting around the fucking invisibility.
All right. Are you guys ready for what might be the last combat of the game?
Sure. Let's fucking do it.
I'm pretty upset.
I'm sorry.
I love it. Well, I mean, like, it was kind of coming when you're like, hey guys, don't do these dumb things until you're way higher level. And we're like, let's do all these dumb things.
Dumb things. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Hey guys, I got all these awesome side quests for you. Now let's go into the tunnels and just kill this dude. Like, it was so coming towards us.
Yeah.
All right, he reacts first. His first spell, striking all of you. Everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oops.
Oh.
That's a 12, which will not be enough.
All right. So Ragnar and Tinkle each take 13 points of cold damage. Aiden and Rox, you each take 27 points of cold damage.
Ow, where'd that spell come from?
A point you can't see just spouted a massive gout of frozen something at you. All right.
Ouch.
First one
Oh,
up
Oh
fun.
no, guys.
is
Tinkle
Tinkle.
ain't doing good.
All right, Tinkle, you're up.
Well, we don't got a lot to do here. So like,
You can do fairy fire or anything. You're a spellcaster at this point, Tinkle.
yeah. No, I'm just looking, seeing what I can see.
Fairy Fire is amazing right now.
Doesn't have it on his thing.
Didn't he use it before?
Yeah, but he can
That
trade
was
it out, remember?
Escanor.
Oh, no, yeah, it was Escanor because he's Drow.
Yeah, no, because what I got is I got Firebolt, Magic Missile, Scorching Ray, Lightning Bolt, and Dagger.
You should also have a spells section, good sir.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't had to use that section.
He's never had to use that section. He always
I haven't
plays as a
had to
monk.
use it. I love my monks, man. Got my Scorching Ray, got my Lightning Bolt. Let's just do a solid. Let's just do a solid Lightning Bolt.
Where?
I don't know. Isn't there something attacking us?
Yep. It's invisible.
Don't know where it is.
Good. And no, that's not going to be helping.
You can attempt to make a flat check to see if you can get lucky.
Now we're gonna do a minor illusion and just like put myself in a box.
You're just like gonna box yourself up.
All of a sudden, I'm in a box. Like, and it looks like this minor illusion box is just going to be this big steel box. It looks like it's a foot thick.
All right, excellent.
Like, and I'm just hiding inside of this box now.
Fair.
And that's what we're gonna go for. Because I'm not feeling good.
Oh, that definitely hurt like a son of a bitch.
Like, if I stub my toe the wrong way, I'm out.
Okay, so you're hiding in the box. Fair enough.
I'm in a box.
I need you to roll a D1000.
Ooh. How about... I'm going to have to do 10 D100s.
Just type /roll D1000.
Unrecognized command.
All right, I got it.
Alright.
83.
Ooh. That's good.
Right, lower is better, right?
Nope.
I hope so.
So, for the
Oh,
next
no,
foreseeable forever, Tinkle is terrified of his own name. Hearing it is enough to frighten him into incapacitation.
Good. It's a good thing we won't be alive much longer. That is amazing.
All right. Rox.
Jesus Christ. What can I do?
Can you dispel magic?
No, but I have a scroll that can do it.
Because we have dragons sitting on top.
The dragons
Yeah, but if
took
we
that
bring-
aberration and flew away with it. They
Oh,
prevented
okay,
you
never
from
mind.
fighting them. That's actually one thing you guys did do right. Now I'm going to interrupt this a little bit to say, making him aware of the other dragon was a really good move. Because now the two of them can actually fight this beast, and you guys don't have to.
Wasn't it just
Woohoo.
a gibbering
Now we
mouth?
just need to fight this wizard.
No, it was not a gibbering mouther. It is. It actually has a name. It's a named creature that I homebrewed in. But I have it as Eldritch Horror when its name is actually Skullmonger.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. It is a real-life mythical creature.
So,
we would
I
have
have a
been screwed if we
question
attacked
for
him.
you, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if I put a bag of holding in a bag of holding?
Ah.
Astral Tear.
Would
you
I
do
know
know
enough
this.
about my arcane? Yeah, so what does that mean?
It means you would rip open a hole in existence to a random plane.
That sounds like a good idea right now.
Although it's more likely than not to be a plane that's associated with the area. So if you're near a volcano, it's probably going to be the elemental plane of fire. If you're near an ocean, it's probably going to be the elemental plane of water. That kind of thing.
And right now, this would be the elemental plane of shadow.
If you want to make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Here comes my Arcana check.
You have no idea what it would open.
Okay, well, I'm going to use a scroll of invisibility
Mm-hmm.
on myself.
You turn
And
invisible.
I don't think anybody else is near me to benefit from it.
The scrolls
think
are
it's
at
what-
their native level, which means that if you're casting them, it would be at a level 2 spell. You could only do it used on yourself. They're not heightened at all.
Oh,
Yeah, because you're
Fair
casting from a scroll. You're not using your own pool. It doesn't automatically heighten.
and then I'm going to move closer to where I think the shot came from,
All right, sounds good.
or whatever the spell was.
High or low?
Hi.
Okay. Alrighty. Aiden. Mr.
Let's
Aiden?
see,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, I'm here. Sorry, I got hit by that fucking that bunch of cold,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And was it cone-like in shape?
It most certainly was.
Cool. So there's a point at which this stuff converges. So I'm gonna take a wild stab and say it's somewhere in that area.
Okay.
Now, I have the ability as an Asimar,
Mhm.
or sorry, an Ancient's Paladin, to cast. Just give me a second once I get to the part of that. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm trying to see if it. This doesn't do what I thought it did. I mean, it does a fuck ton of damage, though. Let's see. So he's using greater invisibility. Because he's still invisible.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'm going to use. I don't want to get hit by another fucking thing again. Can I cast Dispel Magic if I can't see him?
You could
Making-
do, what is it, the area effect, I think?
Hold on.
Making an educated guess, yeah, you can do one as an area of effect thing. It would be a roll, however, because the spell level is higher than yours.
Yeah, I mean, this is coming off of a scroll, so...
So go ahead and roll. If you're going, are you going to do that?
I guess I don't have much of a choice. We need to be able to see this motherfucker.
Okay, you're making an educated guess, which means I want you to roll a perception check.
Oh, God, my worst of checks. Oh, hey.
Okay,
Look at that.
and a flat check. Odd or even?
Odd.
All right, last thing to do is a spellcaster check. It's going to be roll a d20, add your spellcasting modifier and proficiency, and we'll see what happens.
Spellcasting modifier and proficiency. So that's going to be +6. Oops.
It's a total of 13.
Oh, that isn't with the +6? Oh, okay, that's not so bad then.
So that's a total of 13. You cast it out, and you feel the resistance of your magic, but it just passes over and keeps going. Your will not strong enough to overcome his.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you literally had the right
Okay.
area, the right target. You needed a 15. You got a 13.
Okay. Do I have bonus action stuff to do? Because...
Like inspiration.
No, I don't have inspiration. I'm trying to see if I have bonus action stuff that I can do, because I'm gonna get hit real fucking hard.
I may have an answer.
I don't believe I have bonus action stuff. But maybe I'm missing something. Oh, wait. I have Shield of Faith. Not that I think it's going to matter, but I'm going to cast Shield of Faith. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
That puts my armor class to 21, good sir.
Alrighty.
And then I will get as far away from that area as I possibly fucking can.
Okay, so you and Rox have just ditched out of the way. Tinkler's locked himself in an iron box near the center. And Ragnar, what do you want to do?
Did I roughly see where he cast his spell?
Perception check.
Okay.
You think you might know where he did, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna rage
Mm-hmm.
and then start swinging in that area because I can't really do too much.
Okay, roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
You can swing recklessly and get normal rolls.
Reckless swinging.
Yeah, I don't really want to do that right now.
He's a caster. He's going to be using saves.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll reckless attack.
Okay.
I guess. So is that just normal then, or?
Yep.
All right, I'll attack twice since that's my.
Odd or even?
Even.
Okay, second one, odd or even?
Odd.
Okay.
Isn't just disadvantage to attack a target you can't hit or can't see?
It's just regular disadvantage to attack a target you can't see, yep. But he might not be swinging in the right area at all. He could have walked
Fair.
like 15, 20 feet away from it. So I'm just incorporating that as a kind of a luck check for each swing just to see what's going on.
Fair.
Because you guys don't, he's not been making any noise, he's not chanting, he's not... And, as far as you guys are aware, he didn't stay still after he cast the Cone of Cold.
Yep, that's fair.
But your attack strikes him squarely. Your first attack, actually, there's no flat check for the second one, strikes him squarely in the chest, and he loses concentration on the greater invisibility.
Oh,
Oh,
sick.
sweet. Did
You are my
also
hero,
add?
good sir.
Did you also add the dual wielding damage? Because I don't think I added that. It's just a +2 to damage rolls.
You should be able to see it if you mouse over the damage. You rolled a 5 + 4 + 3. So it could be 14, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
14
For
and
the
16.
first one.
That's the dual-wielding fighting style, right?
Yeah. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons in the other, you gain a +2 to damage rolls with that weapon.
That's dueling. Dueling,
not-
not,
not-
dual
dueling.
wielding.
Okay, sorry.
Dueling, sorry.
All right, so you roll a d8 plus 4 for strength, plus 3 for your modifier. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so you'd have +2 on there.
Actually, as well as your raging, you have your strength and your dueling. So that's plus 4.
Okay, yeah.
So that would be 16 damage and 18 damage.
18.
That's 34 damage and 2 attacks as you attack this person. Not bad.
He did not make me happy. That hurt.
'Tis but a scratch.
Okay. All right, he's going to respond because it is his turn by raising his hand, making a motion towards you, and 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
I heard 3, 4, 5, 6, and K. I'm kind of worried.
You're probably going to either go flying
I'm
or
a dead. It's one of those two.
you're going to crumple.
Okay, you're going to take 19 points of force damage as he magic missiles you at 4th level.
Do I take half that?
Nope. It's force damage, not piercing, bludgeoning, or slashing.
Well, I am down.
Okay. He's going to look across at the 3 of you who are remaining. And I will quicken a spell. Yeah, we'll quicken a spell. And I'll be throwing that at... Just going to roll for it. Neither one of you is particularly threatening at the moment, so... Oh, one of you is invisible and he can't see. All right, that leaves Aiden. That is
I'm sorry, Aiden. I need one more
28
round.
points of damage to Aiden. Magic missile.
Pow. Down to 0.
Unconscious?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Does Shield of Faith protect you from magic missiles like Shield?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the end of his turn and the beginning of Rock's.
I am going to coat my weapon in a poison.
Alrighty. That's fair. That's entirely fair. Okay. And then... Aiden, make your death saving throw.
Dun, da, da, da. Fuck, where is my death saving throw? There it is. That's a good
Beautiful. Ragnar, make your death saving throw. That's a fail.
I'm gonna hop out of my box here and just do a quick lightning bolt.
Fair enough. I forgot your turn was there, so actually you do have a turn. You're gonna lightning bolt him? Okay.
I'm just gonna go with a lightning bolt. Yeah.
What level?
3
Countered.
countered.
Yep, counter
so
spell.
just X-nade.
Yep.
That's rude.
Very.
That hurts my feelings.
How do you think I feel?
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly start running away.
Okay, that makes it his turn, so he's going to cast a 3rd level magic missile at the fleeing Tinkle.
Bye, everybody. That's all I'm gonna say as this thing gets cast.
25 points of damage, Tinkle.
So how many is it for an insta-kill?
Your HP in negatives.
We're close. We're close. Not quite, but we were close.
All right. So Tinkle's down,
There's one man standing.
and you're
It's
invisible.
An invisible cat. Yes. Which
Okay.
is, I believe, if he's done, it's my go.
Well, actually, because I skipped it, it's actually Tinkle's turn to make a death save right now.
10-4.
I forgot him last time. I'm sorry. Okay. And then Rox.
Okay, how far is he from me?
About 40 feet. He did move from when he cast the Cone of Cold, so you guys were swinging pretty blindly, but Ragnar managed to hit him.
That's fine. As my bonus action, I'm going to curse him.
Okay.
I'm going to move my 30 feet, use my feline grace to double that, so I'm going to be right beside him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to swing at him 2 times.
All right.
And pray to God I hit this fucker. Now, if I'm coming out of invisibility, do I get advantage?
No.
For surprise or no?
No.
Really?
Really? You used your bonus action to first use an ability, which is an aggressive action towards him, so you dropped out of invisibility first.
Good call.
Yeah.
Let me get back to my screen so I can see what actually happened.
Okay, you rolled a 25 on the first one, which hits for 7 points of damage.
Can you do a fortitude saving throw?
I will do it on screen so you guys can see. He fails.
Not enough, sir.
That poison is putting in fucking work, dude.
Yeah, it's. I need 13 d8s.
Oh my god.
Do you want me to roll them, or are you gonna roll them?
I'm just trying to open up my dice roller here so I can actually do it.
You can just type /roll space 13d8.
And I need to get rid of this +4. So this is non-lethal.
You only needed 22. He's unconscious.
Wonderful. I coup de grace.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I guess he did bind everything, didn't he, to himself? Can I do an arcana check to see what he was actually doing?
Yep. He bound the shield to his life force. If you kill him, the shield leaves.
Okay, no, I will. It's about 24 hours, so he's going to snooze. I'm going to try and render aid to whoever's closest, and then...
Okay, so first of all, they each do get a turn without your interference, unfortunately. Yeah. So first up is Aiden, make a death save. Okay, Ragnar, make a death save. Tinkle, make a death save.
Oh my god.
Rox, who do you choose to help?
Closest one.
Closest one would be Tinkle.
And Tinkle's gonna get my assistance.
Roll a medicine check.
Not that I can help all that much.
Tinkle, you have disadvantage on your next death save.
Did I fumble that?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. All right, Aiden, death save.
Dun-da-da-da.
Ragnar, death save.
Giving it the old college try.
Okay.
Oh, Ragnar.
Ragnar dies. Tinkle, death save with disadvantage.
No!
One more.
You have a disadvantage.
Okay. Rox.
Tinkle is fine, apparently.
Tinkle should still have one more death save to make. I think. Because Tinkle failed one, succeeded one, and succeeded 2. So Tinkle succeeded 2 and failed 1. Yeah. So who are you going to help now? Help.
I'm gonna, because I fumbled so bad next time, I'm just gonna grab a random potion from the bag and feed it to Tinkle.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Tristan,
All
you're
right.
not on the mic.
Okay.
I might go through 2 characters in one night.
I've done it.
Okay, this is an elixir. That's good. An elixir of
Immortality.
oh god.
Yes.
Come on, Devin.
Okay, just 1 second, one more. Tinkle turns into a squirrel.
Nice. Can I be a forest squirrel?
Sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So race is squirrel. How do you spell squirrel?
Squirrel, I think. Maybe
Yep.
2 L's.
Perfect.
No, Tinkle survives because that potion grants temporary hit points equal to a squirrel's hit points.
Nice.
Tinkle
Job
survived
done.
because he became a squirrel.
So how many hit points do I have then? How many
4.
hit points? Nice. That's more than I had the entire time of being Tinkle.
Wait, how does a squirrel have as many hit points as a commoner?
I don't know, but it's hilarious.
I'm pretty exciting.
Oh
Can you
my
give me
god.
another potion? I mean, I guess
Oh.
squeak, squeak,
No,
squeakity,
you're
squeak,
good.
squeak.
I'm gonna-
You're still unconscious. Those are only temp HP. You're still unconscious. You're just not dying anymore, and you are not going to die from now on. Oh my god, you're stabilized,
Wonderful.
just unconscious. And you will wake up in 2 hours
As a squirrel.
as a squirrel.
This is gonna be very confusing for me.
Or Terry, if we continue playing.
Right.
I'm really excited because
Aiden.
he's now afraid of his own name, and he's a squirrel.
Aiden, go ahead and roll a death save.
Uh-oh. I'm 2 and 2, boys.
Okay.
Do you want
Tinkle's...
a random potion as well?
That's not my choice. It's your choice.
Well, Rox, what are you doing?
How far away is so who's closest next after Tinkle? Would it be Ragnar?
Ragnar's dead and no longer breathing. But Ragnar would be closer than Aiden, yeah.
And how far is Aiden?
Probably,
Aiden was actually pretty close to
yeah,
you.
he was pretty close to you
Because
originally.
It
It was like 20 feet back the way you came kind of thing.
yeah, after I hit shield, or after I shielded of faith, I backed the fuck up from that cone.
What's it called? What the
Wait,
hell
don't you
is
have
it called?
scrolls? You have
I
scrolls?
Don't you have a resurrection scroll?
No, I don't have a resurrection scroll.
I do.
However, though, I can. I have a scroll, and it's called, was it not Feign Death? It's, the hell is it called? I thought I had it, but I don't. Because I can only use arcane scrolls, and that is not
Dun, 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 dun.
called.
You can use any scroll on your spell list.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm looking at it, and there's one that gives that instantly stabilizes, but I don't know what it's called. It's a cantrip.
Oh, it's gentle repose.
No, Gentle Repose prevents bodies from rotting.
Oh, spare the dying. That's what it is.
Yeah, spare the dying. I'm
it's a
not sure if
cleric.
that's a cleric spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
All right.
never mind. There went that my and false life. There.
False Life is also a cleric spell.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, I'm thinking random potion time.
Actually, False Life might be a sorcerer, wizard, cleric. It's
Actually,
not.
yeah.
It's not. It's not warlock though.
No. So yeah, you get a random potion. Aiden.
Okay.
Okay, random potion time. All right, and keep in mind you're by the body when this happens. It's not my fault.
That's fine.
This is a filter. Okay, good. And it Oh, that's the wrong one. I need that for a filter.
I love that look. That's a
I
great look.
know, right?
Okay.
That's the look I got when I got turned into a squirrel.
No, he put his hand over his face for that one.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Aiden becomes a woman
Nice.
and is sparklingly clean, but dies because they failed the death
Aw.
save. Yeah.
Yep.
Aww.
Bum,
I
bum,
tried.
bum.
I'm sorry. I saved one
Alright.
person, and I now have a squirrel.
Well, yeah, I was about to say you got a squirrel as a pet now. Can this squirrel still cast spells, though, is the real question.
No.
So we're just a squirrel.
Fortunately, that'll wear off and it'll be Tinkle again in about 5 days.
Perfect. So I can ride on his shoulder for 5 days.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we'll call it there for the evening. It's 11:30. That was nearly a TPK, and it's not quite done yet.
Wonderful. Well, I'm gonna
Wonderful.
sit in a Lemon's tiny hut around the body, visible.
Okay. I will say we are, and this is going into all the peoples. We will probably have to end the campaign there, and think of something new to do next week. Because only 2 of you remain. Touchstone has been saved, but the party has died.
Bum bum bum.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
that's so
boys.
sad. That's so sad. I was really hoping to have another character that I could hear about my story of my own death.
So this one,
Yeah, is it impossible to make new characters in Touchstone? Like maybe they had to deal with fucking all their shit and they have their own friggin' stories of how they fucking held in a corner or some shit.
possibly. Do you guys want to continue telling a story in Touchstone? That's the question. Or do you want to hit up another corner of the world?
I mean, I'm game either way.
I'm pretty game either way. I mean, Touchstone's pretty cool, but
It's been interesting, so I don't care.
Okay, well, we'll discuss it. We'll see if we're playing a new game next week or if we've got something else going on. But everyone out there, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to everyone who stuck around and had an absolute blast. I will catch you all next time. Bye.